Hello everyone and welcome to Pragmac. Today I wanted to talk about the latest development from LG. That is that they are exiting the phone business entirely. LG is looking to move on from the highly competitive phone market and smartphone market. They want to shift their focus to new areas, places that they feel are growth oriented. And although this is disappointing because it does eliminate a player in the Android smartphone game and will reduce competitiveness over time, it shouldn't be a surprise. LG phones simply, they don't sell well. Things have changed and the iconic South Korean company has had trouble over the years adapting. The official statement from the company stated LG's strategic decision to exit the incredibly competitive mobile phone sector will enable the company to focus resources in growth areas such as electric vehicle components, connected devices, smart homes, robotics, artificial intelligence, and business-to-business solutions, as well as platforms and services. So there is still a healthy plate of tech available and on the horizon from LG, even if it does mean leaving their smartphone ambitions behind. And LG is saying that their history of hard work is not going to go to waste as it plans to integrate many of the learnings to their existing and future product lines. For current customers, support for their phones is going to really vary by regions. However, their existing phone business is expected to be completely shut down by July 31st of this year. And this brings a long history of phones to an end. And for many who might not remember, LG did have some early iconic hits. And the one that's going to stand out to many is going to be the LG Chocolate. The LG Chocolate was released way back in 2006, and it was a slider phone, which at the time, I guess it was a thing. People like that. And along with that new age slider phone technology of the 2000s, it also had a touch interface, meaning that it didn't have any tactile buttons at all, which was a big shift for the time. And the LG Chocolate sold very well in its era. It sold a total of 21 million units worldwide. But things have changed. Things have changed a lot. Sales have never really reached those peaks again as smartphones took over, which LG was never able to really get a strong foothold on. They changed the landscape, and before long, the unofficial duopoly of Samsung and Apple was established. The momentum shifted and LG has moved on and they no longer want to compete in this space. Leaving mobile phones and smartphones behind isn't that surprising for two reasons. In general, smartphone sales, it seems to have plateaued. Perhaps they may even be slumping. Apple, for instance, a short while back even changed the way that they report total sales of iPhones, refocusing from total units sold to total profit, which I should note does reflect the fact that Apple tends to make a large amount of its profit not on volume. They have the slow creep of increasing the price point of their phones, and there is of course the fact that Apple and Samsung really do dominate the space. Growth not being apparent and the duopoly, that's a good reason for LG to bow out. The second reason for LG to leave their last really big attempt to have a big impact in the Android space, it was met with mild enthusiasm, and I'm talking about the LG Wing. In 2020, LG really pushed a new style of phone, a T-shaped phone with a very interesting hinge that slid out. And it was a very different and unique design. It must have cost a lot of money to do the R&D, to develop all the different prototypes, and to bring this to market. And I think this was the last of their money that they were willing to invest in this space. The LG Wing simply didn't resonate with users, and it didn't increase sales or make a dent for LG. Really, we'd have to take a look back to almost 10 years ago since LG has had a true hit. LG did have a notable early run in the Android space. A few notable phones would have been the LG Optimus G, which was launched in late 2012. It had very strong reviews, and at the time it also formed as the basis of the Google Nexus 4. It did inspire a few models that were successful. In 2013, they launched the G2, which sold 3 million units, and the next year in 2014, they released the G3, which sold a total of 10 million units. And that's the last time that LG truly had a hit, almost 7 years ago. And once everything is brought into perspective, LG's current stance and their move out of the business, it just makes sense. In fact, it's probably a really smart move. LG now can concentrate on other things. They're able to focus on other more lucrative ventures, which they might be able to innovate, find adoption, and success for the LG brand. Thank you everyone, thanks for listening to my thoughts, and I just wanted to know, did you ever own own an LG phone? What model? And did you like it? If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like. If you've been enjoying a few of these videos, I welcome you to subscribe to the channel. I'm hoping to have a lot of great content for you soon, and hopefully you'll enjoy some of that content as well. As always, thank you from Pragmac.